10 Reasons I Love Batman. The Detective. Sherlock Holmes may be the most famous fictional detective in the world, but Batman is my personal favorite. While our superheroes are strong enough to punch through walls or run at the speed of light, Batman's mind has always been his most intriguing feature. No matter what the situation he may find himself in, Batman is a detective first and a hero second. Some of the greatest Batman storylines are memorable not because of whom he fought, but rather for how he put the clues together. The symbol. This is not so much about the iconic logo on his chest, sorry Superman fans. This is the best superhero logo, but rather the symbol he represents. Batman has always been the one hero that children everywhere could envision themselves being one day. While the odds of becoming a billionaire playboy are increasingly slim, the fact is that underneath the cape and cowl is an average man. He is not a super strong alien, nor hit by gamma rays, but merely a guy willing to do anything he can to protect his city and the people he loves. The Orphan. It is rare to come across a Batman story that does not mention that Bruce Wayne witnessed his parents being gunned down in an alley when he was just a boy. This reminder is more than just a device to bring newcomers up to speed. It serves as a permanent marker to keep Batman and us, the reader and/or watcher, aware of why he continually walks such a dangerous line. Like a tortured soul, he is on a seemingly endless mission to right the wrongs of that faithful night. The death of his folks also heavily influences Batman's moral code. Despite being pushed to the edge on numerous occasions, Batman usually takes the high road and hands his foes over to the police rather than kill them. The Rogues Gallery. The twisted clown prince of crime, better known as the Joker, is the perfect yin to Batman's yang. His despicable ways are enough to make him one of the greatest comic book villains of all time. However, when looking at the rest of the criminals who make up Batman's stable of villains, it becomes clear that the Caped Crusader has the best collection of villains in comics. His foes run the gambit from former district attorneys turned bad, Two-Face, to assassins, Ra's al Ghul, to deformed gangsters, the Penguin, to deranged doctors/scientists, the Scarecrow, Harley Quinn, Mr. Freeze, and all things in between. Unlike other superheroes who have problems introducing new villains to the roster, Batman has been able to add more memorable new villains, take Professor Pig for example, to his already large canon of foes. The Trusted Circle. Despite his best efforts at times, even Batman must realize that no man is his own island. Which is why the people that Bruce Wayne/Batman has brought into his inner circle, or, in Commissioner Gordon's case, instilled a level of trust in, are equally as interesting as the man himself. The likes of loyal butler Alfred Pennyworth, the various Robins, Batgirl, and even Lucius Fox have all played key roles in not only helping Batman bring down some of Gotham's worst offenders, but also have kept his true identity a secret. The stories. Death in the Family, The Dark Knight Returns, The Killing Joke, Hush, The Long Halloween, Dark Victory, Year One, The Joker, and Nightfall are just a small sample of some of the memorable Batman story arcs over the years. Filled with iconic moments and page-turning suspense, there is no shortage of great Batman stories to get caught up in. No matter how many variations of Batman appear on the big and small screen, it is Kevin Conroy's and Mark Hamill's versions of Batman and the Joker whose voices are firmly fixated in my mind. To this day, Batman the Animated Series still holds up as the benchmark when discussing Batman-related cartoons. Several of the characters introduced in the series, most notably Harley Quinn, have become staples in other aspects of the Batman universe. The Vehicles. Batwing, Tumbler, Batcycle. The list of cool Batman vehicles is an extensive one, causing many lengthy debates over which one tops them all. For me, the 1989 Tim Burton Batmobile is the best. Batman's various methods of transportation are always fast, sleek, and deadly. The voice control autopilot feature in all of them is a nice touch as well. The Toys. Money may not always buy you happiness, but man does it pay for some sweet gadgets. It also helps to have a tech division of your company whose prototypes often go unnoticed. Swinging across the night sky using a grappling gun, wearing a utility belt full of cool smoke bombs and tracers, Batman's arsenal is a haven for inventive tools. With so many gadgets, it is easy to see why Batman has a no-gun policy. The movies. Batman has not only saved the people of Gotham on numerous occasions, but the Hollywood box office repeatedly as well. Tim Burton's Batman swooped into theaters at a time when the superhero genre needed a bona fide film hit to keep it alive. Batman's dominance of theaters in 1989 was the torch studios needed. 16 years later, Batman Begins would do the same thing again, proving to the world that reboot was not necessarily a bad word. However, it was Christopher Nolan's critical and financial hit, The Dark Knight, that got people discussing comic book movies in a more serious way. There was a lot of outrage when the film failed to receive an Academy Award nomination for Best Picture. Frankly, it was just as good a crime film as the eventual Best Picture winner, The Departed, and the Oscars took notice. In the wake of the Dark Knight controversy, the Academy announced that it was changing its eligible nomination list from 5 to 10 films a year later. Regardless, the likes of Michael Keaton, Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger, Christian Bale, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Tom Hardy, to name a few, will always have a special place in my heart for their contributions to the Batman cinematic universe.